Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning into Black Girl in America TV. I had to come on here to talk about this situation. Now we know all about Umar Johnson's daughter coming on the internet, on social media, putting her father on blast. I was not surprised by that because let's be clear, I was one of the first ones who found out he had a lot of children. When I first saw it, like everyone else, I didn't want to touch on it because let's be real, we should leave children out of whatever we have against someone. And I saw a lot of people doing commentary on her. That's how I found out about her. And I thought it was unfortunate and I thought it was unnecessary. I feel like no one should have did commentary on Umar Johnson and his daughter complicated relationship. But I had to come on here and talk about Umar Johnson mother, quote unquote caretaker. When I went on my YouTube, I saw that Poetic Flacco did something on Umar. And as y'all know, these days I don't follow anybody. I get my news from a lot of YouTube channels that does commentary on different topics. So as I was watching Poetic Flacco's commentary, and I wanted to do a video on this. So let's start with this lady. So Umar Johnson was hooking up with this lady, as he say, on several occasions, and then eventually he got her to take care of his elderly mother. So apparently this lady went on Umar's biggest nemesis show to quote unquote expose Umar Johnson. So here's some of what she was saying.
So he's very, very bad with money. He doesn't know what to buy. He just buys everything. Like he doesn't have one or two cayenne peppers. He has like 30 of them. And then he doesn't have things that you're supposed to have. He has a huge thing which he called me about this. It's probably about the size that you would put winter coats in, those big plastic container things full of just tea. And he called me. He was like, "Where's the tea at? What did you do with my tea?" And I'm like, "The tea's in there. How can it be missing? It's huge. It's bigger than the dining room table. What are you talking about?"
I find faults with both parties. Let's start with this lady right here. This woman got on a public platform and talked about Umar Johnson's mother, elderly mother, health condition, talked about her falls, talking about her being incontinent. For one, Umar Johnson's mother did not deserve that humiliation. The fact that she came on a public platform and put Umar Johnson's mother health conditions out for the world to hear. She used Umar Johnson's mother sickness to make him look bad in the public eye. That was 100% wrong. She was wrong for that. I did not like that at all. Now let's go to Mr. Umar Johnson. But before I get to him, I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing so hard at his response. The fact that he got on his live, got in front of that camera and talked about this lady private area being fishy, named every fish under the sea. When I tell y'all, I hollered. I said something is seriously wrong with Umar Johnson. But as I said in one of my last videos I did on him, he's a comedian. If you ask any millennial or Gen Z that I know, they find him as being a pure comedian. I even know one guy, one Gen Z, roll up a blunt and go and look for Umar content just to laugh. People with common sense know that he's not going to open up no school. You know, this man is pure comedy, so I'm not going to lie. When I tell y'all I was laughing so hard just hearing all the different kinds of fish and him saying this with a straight face, he's pure comedy at this point. But the fact that Umar Johnson got this lady, someone that he did not even know, but just hooked up with her 3 times, as he said, to get this woman to go and take care of his elderly mother, that says a lot about Umar Johnson. If he can get a stranger, quote unquote, a stranger, someone that's, as she say, not in that nursing field, and he hooked up with her a few times to go and take care of his elderly mom, further proves our point that he's not going to open up no school.
Lene Stacks, Siobhan Stone, Lene Stacks, Throat Goat, Hood Rat, Jump Off, Fishy Coochie, the queen of Fishy Coochie. I believe she may have taken information regarding the bank account of FDMG and my personal. I discussed this with the attorneys. The attorneys told me that it would be in my advantage if Siobhan Stone, Throat Goat, or Pastor Bussy tries to access my personal account or the school's account, because that is a federal crime. I saw her privately 3 times inside of the same Philadelphia hotel after hours for no more than 2 or 3 hours. This young lady told me that she would not mind coming to care for my mother. I assured her that I would pay her, and I did pay her. And this is going to be important when I bring up the attorney in a minute, because I consulted with an attorney in Kansas City who told me that if I can prove that I paid her to care for my mother, then she can be charged with HIPAA violations for discussing my mother's personal, sensitive medical information without permission.
Umar could have easily hired a licensed nurse or a licensed CNA to come in and take care of his mother. Like the woman said, she does not even have any nursing experience or caretaking experience. Because just think, if Umar would have hired a licensed professional to care for his mom, his elderly mom, not only would that caretaker would have had experience, but they also wouldn't have done anything to risk their license. By getting on a social platform and violating HIPAA, I don't feel like this is completely Umar's fault. I feel like it's just human decency not to get on any social platform and expose a elderly person medical condition or health condition just to try to make the son look bad. Umar Johnson should have hired a professional licensed nurse or a professional licensed CNA, GNA to come in and take care of his elderly mom. Just think about this. If Umar Johnson got some random woman that he slept with a few times to come in and take care of his elderly mom, the woman who gave birth to him, and leave that woman with her, to the small percentages that still believe that he's going to open up this school, what makes you think he's going to open up this school for hundreds of little boys to come in to take care and nurture hundreds of black little boys, and he couldn't even get one caregiver, one reliable licensed caregiver to come in his mom home to take care of his elderly mom? So this should reveal a lot about Umar Johnson's character to the small percentage that still think he's going to open up a school. This says a lot about Umar Johnson's character, but again, I'm not surprised in any of it because I've been saw through Umar Johnson years ago. Until next time, peace.
So you're a philosopher? Yes.